What is going on, y'all? Let me make sure all my lighting is out of the way. Okay. Happy Thursday, fam. Just give me a second to get everything ready for y'all. We are back at my apartment, y'all. Welcome to my humble abode. We just changed studios and are still slowly making that transition. Craig, you want to let me know how the volume's sounding, if I'm coming through? Hey, everyone. What's going on? Good to see everybody and welcome in. If you're just joining me, welcome, y'all. We're going to be doing a yin yoga flow this evening. Awesome. Sounds good. Welcome, y'all. We're starting right at 6 p.m. I'm just going to say this, y'all. I look a hot mess right now, okay? I am so sore from training. Like my shoulders, I can like barely do this. Like my back, my upper back, my shoulders. And so I'm looking a slight hot ass mess right now. Just a tad bit, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm in my cozy attire, but that's okay. I'm all good with y'all seeing me barefaced, cozy attire. This is what a non-performative home practice looks like, and that's fine for me. We are going to be doing a nice yin yoga flow. As I said, I've been really going hard in the gym and training, and my body is just really calling for deep stretching, really dropping into my connective tissue, really getting into my hips and glutes. So this is going to be a low to the ground flow, or not even a flow, a low to the ground practice that will focus on opening up through the hips and the hamstrings, y'all. Like I said, if you're just joining, this is non-performative yoga at its finest. I'm in my casual clothes. If y'all didn't know, I went to Western. I'm rocking all my old school Western attire. This is going to be a casual, non-performative yoga flow that we're doing at home, y'all. This is non-performative yoga at its finest. I look a little sleepy. I'm trying to wake up for y'all. We'll start right at the top of the hour at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me look at the comments. Hey, y'all. Good to see you. Nice. I love that y'all are in the comments. It's good to see y'all. Happy New Year. I feel very cozy. Thank you. Nice to see y'all, Brittany. Miss Love, Purples 95. Girl, I'm in a nightgown, girl. Good. I feel not so alone. I hope y'all are in your cozy clothes. This is going to be a nice, slow, gentle 30-minute flow. Get in whatever feels comfortable for you. Get in whatever feels nice. Keep it non-performative, y'all. We just gonna decompress, hunty. Now, in terms of props, there's not really any specific props that you need for tonight's practice, but if you want to grab, I suggest grabbing a yoga bolster. If you don't have a bolster, grab a large pillow or grab a pillow or two, maybe 2 pillows. Go ahead and grab 2 pillows and then also grab a yoga block. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, which is what I have right over here, you can always substitute a yoga block out with a big ass Harry Potter book, y'all. You get the same benefits. It does the same thing. All you want to do is find something that's comparable to this size that brings the earth to you. You can grab some soup cans to stack them on each other. Those work just great as well. So you want to have a pillow and a yoga block nearby. I'm going to get mine ready here. And you can just bring them to the side. We'll get to them later. If you see me moving real slow and rickety, y'all, like when I bend down to pick things up, it's because I am so freaking sore from training, from weight training. My body My shoulders, my upper back, my glutes, everything is tight. So I'm about to be in this practice with you as well, not to mention for those who are female identifying, I'm going through that time of my cycle. And so my body is just in all the sorts right now, which is a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time, but my body is in its transition. It's in its cyclical phase. So I'm feeling all the things. We got 1 more minute till we get started, y'all. Make sure you grab all the things that make you feel nice and cozy. I hope y'all feel really comfortable. Hope everyone grabs what they need. I really appreciate y'all. And we're going to go ahead and get started in exactly 1 minuto. So y'all, we're at my apartment right now doing tonight's practice. Usually we are in the studio, but we are relocating to a new studio. Whew, almost fell. We're in a new studio. And so we'll be there very soon. Also, heads up, y'all, if y'all have not already signed up for early access for the Trap Flow Body Love Challenge, which is going to be premiering next Monday, make sure you head there. Craig, can you put the link for that just in the chat box really quickly? Make sure you all head and join and grab early access for this challenge. You are getting 20 hip hop yoga practices in this. Like, I worked throughout last year working on this for y'all. You're going to really, really love this challenge. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be 20 hip hop yoga practices that you can actually do in the comfort of your own home. And they're all really focused on cultivating body love, body positivity, and self-acceptance. Starting off the new year, trying to not really focus so much on self-improvement, but instead exploring self-acceptance, y'all. That's what it's all about. We shedding, exactly. Absolutely, y'all. Let me get this link in there. I don't think Craig heard me. Craig, did you hear me? I don't know if he's still on. Let me get this link for y'all really quickly, and then we're going to get started. What's nice about tonight's practice, y'all, is this is something that we can, really low barrier of entry, something that we can all do together with each other. If you're newer in your yoga practice, this will definitely help support you 100%. So there's that link for y'all. And let's go ahead and get started with tonight's practice. Oh, where'd I put my phone? Okay, right here, y'all. First of all, welcome, y'all. You already know it's your girl, Abiola Akani, founder of EYA and also the creator behind Yoga by Biola. This is also premiering on EYA, and this is also premiering on my Yoga by Biola YouTube channel. So wherever you're tuning in from, welcome to my home. Welcome to our Thursday weekly live stream. We took a little holiday break, but we back with the jump off, y'all. Welcome back and happy new year. I'm so excited for us to begin to explore new parts of ourselves. I'm really excited to explore new parts of my body, but also explore new parts of my emotional body, my mind, find greater expression and embodiment in my being. And I'm really looking forward to doing that with y'all, the Yoga by Biola community, as well as the EYA community. I'm really looking forward to us continuing to explore non-performative yoga and non-performative living together. So for tonight's practice, we're going to be doing a yin yoga practice. Y'all, I told y'all, I'm sore. So if you see me moving, did you see how slow it took me to bend that knee? I'm moving slow today, y'all. So tonight's practice is a yin yoga flow. Yin yoga is more of it utilizes more traditional Chinese medicine woven together with asana. So we're really moving slowly. We're holding postures longer. At the same time, we are going into deep stretches. If anything feels too much and it just feels like, ooh, this is like, I'm going really deep, like this is painful, go ahead and move out of it, y'all. Keep the practice non-performative. You don't need to push beyond your boundaries, and you don't need to perform on the mat. Allow yourself to be who you are when nobody's watching right here. Once again, my name is Biala. want to make sure that we pay homage and give honor to the land that we are on. I'm based here in Seattle, Washington, home of the Duwamish tribe, making sure to honor the indigenous land that we are on as we continue forward in our practice, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. Just coming into a tabletop position, so hands and knees. And I actually want to rest my head on my pillow. So I'm going to bring my pillow to the top of the mat here. Move my block out to the side. Let's open up the knees really wide so that the belly and the chest can fall through. Now, the lower you bring your body to the earth, the more you're asking of your hips to expand. If your hips are already tight, what you can do is continue to open the knees wide and stack some pillows here so that you bring the earth to you so you're not having to ask so much of the hips. Or if it feels comfortable for you and the belly and the chest aren't in the way, you can close the legs here and instead just drop your belly onto your knees and maybe draw your hands in a fist and draw your third eye to the fist here. Find what feels good for you. I'm going to go ahead and open my knees nice and wide, make some space for my belly and my chest, and bring my pillows, stack them on top of one another, and just rest my head on my pillows here. Just starting. Let me go ahead and take this necklace off so it's not hitting up against my mic so y'all can hear me. Okay. Let's start with some breathing, y'all. Just beginning to take a few deep rounds of breath here. Let's lengthen the inhalation in through the nostrils and lengthen the exhale out of the nose. If you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice right here, y'all. Or you can just allow yourself to kind of be led by curiosity and flow naturally with what comes up for you. An intention doesn't make the practice better or worse, y'all. It's just an opportunity for you to exercise choice. Now, as you explore your breathing here, I want you to really start to focus on a diaphragmatic breath. And what I mean by that, without all the fancy verbiage, is just deep belly breathing. So I want you, instead of trapping the breath only in your chest, can you push your breath down to your belly? And feel your belly get nice and big as you inhale, like you're inflating a balloon. And then as you exhale, just gently slow the exhale down and pull the breath out of the nostrils. And as you exhale, notice what sinks. So maybe the shoulders relax. On the next inhale, once again, like you're filling up a balloon, breathe into the belly. And I want you to notice also, it's going to feel like I want you to almost push through your groin, like you're about to take, you're about to use the bathroom. And I want you to push the breath to your low back as if you are using your breath to create space in your vertebra in your low back, which is actually what you're doing. Feel all those bones separate with your breath and then exhale out of the nose. Slow down the exhale. Let the shoulders decompress and come closer to the earth. Let the hips soften. A few more of those. Find that belly breath. Inhale through the nose, y'all. Take your time. Don't rush it. If you have asthma or any type of breathing condition, take even more time. Exhale out of the nostrils, sink. Let the muscles soften. Take advantage of that decompression happening. So as you exhale and the muscles soften, really over exaggerate the softening of the body. few more rounds on your own. On the next inhalation, y'all, I want you to take maybe 3 rounds of breath to kind of slink your way up to tabletop. So just find just fluid movement through the hips, through the head of the neck, as you make your way into tabletop. Now, one thing that doesn't change is your breathing. You're still finding that belly breath, that diaphragmatic breathing, and extending the exhale out of the nostrils slowly. One more breath to get here. And then we'll all meet there together. Tabletop, hands and knees, shoulders stacked over the wrist, hips stacked over the knees. And I'm just going to move my pillows and stuff out of the way for now. Move them to the side. You want your block somewhere nearby. And we're going to root the hands into the earth. Now from here, let's extend that right leg straight back. And then exhale, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Make sure your knee is directly over the ankle. And then tuck your back left toe. Your left knee is going to rise. Drag that left knee back and then lower it again. So you're getting deeper into the hips. Now this is where I invite you to take your block and root your hands onto your block if you're feeling tight in the hips. So I put my block in between my legs. I'm rooting my hands here, making sure that my knee is over my ankle, y'all. And then just hold here, draw your heart forward and hold. We're going to start with a little bit of movement just to warm up the connective tissue, and then we'll sink into the posture longer. Exhale, lengthen out the right knee. Inhale, bend the right knee, root the right foot, draw the hips forward, lift the heart. So I really want you to keep drawing the heart forward because it's easy to want to slink your way out of the posture, run out of the hips. Exhale, lengthen out that right knee. Remember, use your blocks or your books to really bring the earth to you. So you're pulling your right hip bone, your right femur back, and see if you can still keep the heart lifted here as well. Exhale, bend the knee here, lift through the heart as if you're finding a cow variation. So invite the heart forward, eye gaze might come forward. Exhale, lengthen out the right knee, pull your right tailbone back, keep the spine long. Draw your eye gaze or your awareness, your mind to your belly button, and draw your belly button up and in. Keep the spine long, so no curving here. Can you draw the heart forward and hold? Inhale, bend the knee, and we're going to hold here for a few rounds of breath, even for some minutes, y'all. And the body is going to start to talk. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes. And as your hips start to open, you might be able to draw your hands off of a block and just root them to the earth and kind of sink into the hips a little bit more. It's going to feel like something. I'm not going to define what that sensation is for you, but it's gonna feel for sure. We'll be here for 2 minutes. Draw your awareness back to your diaphragmatic breathing, y'all. Let's inhale through the nostrils. Feel the breath, or fill the belly with breath like an inflating balloon. Relax the mouth and jaw. Notice the salivation taking place in the mouth. Exhale out of the nostrils, slow. We got one more minute, y'all. Inhale through the nostrils, belly expands with air. Exhale out of the nostrils, slow. Your mouth might be salivating a little bit. And just notice that as the body's pleasure responds. So there's actually great pleasure the body is taking and opening up here, creating more space for you to move. And let's slowly come out of it by backing the hips up. Walking the hands back as well. And then you're going to slowly glide that right leg out to the right. And then you're going to cross it out to the left. I'm going to take my socks off here because I don't slip. So you're going to keep your toes tucked, cross this right leg out to the left, and then root the hands or walk the hands forward. And drop the heart as you just press your left booty back. And you're going to feel that stretch lightly in your left glute or booty cheek, whichever one you want to call it, y'all. We won't hold here for that long. We're just going to hold here for a minute or two. Well, not an actual minute, maybe a few rounds of breath. Really getting into that outer booty, outer glute, outer hip. Don't stop breathing on me, y'all. Stay with the breath, inhaling through the belly. Exhale slow. Inhale, draw your heart forward. You might drag your hands in and then slowly invite your right knee back into tabletop. So we're right where we started. I'm just going to take off my other sock. My feet might be a little ashy, but I don't know if y'all can see the ash from that far, so we'll be good. Inhale, opposite side. We're just going to extend that left leg back. If you have sensitive knees, go on, pad your knees here, y'all. And then exhale. Step that left foot on the outside of the left hand. We might need to grab the heel and gather it forward, right? Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Your hands are on the inside of your left leg. You're going to tuck your back right toe, right knee rises, and just kind of drag your right foot back and lower the right knee so we can sink into the hips. Now, right away, you might notice, this feels a lot different than the opposite side. I know for me, my left side speaks to me louder than my right. So that's where you bring your block, bring the earth to you. Rooting your hands on the block, or if it feels safe, you can just keep your hands on the earth. Choose your own adventure here, y'all. Same thing, we want to sink the heart forward, make sure your left knee is over the ankle, and then heart extends forward like you would in a cow pose. Hold. Exhale, booty backs up, and you lengthen out the left knee, getting into the hamstrings. Inhale, bend the knee, hips come forward, heart follows. Draw that heart forward like I have a string attached to your heart and I'm pulling you forward. And you're really lifting up out of the crown of the head as well. So not dumping your neck and your shoulders, really lift up through your crown chakra as well. Try not to bite down on the mouth and the jaw, y'all. If you are feeling tight in the hips, bring your block or your book even higher, right? Because we have time to slowly deepen into it. We don't have to get to a certain place fast. Exhale, lengthen out the left knee, pull the booty back. Keep the spine long. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, bend the knee, hips come forward, heart comes forward. Hold. Ooh. This hip is saying a lot. Exhale, lengthen out the left knee, y'all. Back the booty up, lengthen out the left knee. Keep the heart long. Try to keep your eye gaze going forward as opposed to down. That'll help you keep the chest lifted. And then exhale, bend the left knee. Hips come forward, and we're holding for 2 minutes here. Holding for 2 minutes. Relax the mouth and the jaw, y'all. Stay with the breathy breath. You might close the eyes if it feels safe. Might add a little bit of movement here, maybe drawing the knee out to the left and back in towards the body. Woo. Block almost. Lift it up. Or you might just stay in one position, not really adding any movement, just breathing in stillness. Still got 2 minutes, y'all. Well, now just change. We got 1 more minute now. I'm right there with you. It's a lot of sensation in them hips. Notice what might come up. Discharge some of that dense energy that that no longer serves you, but also notice what comes to meet you, what emotions come to meet you, what memories. Try to notice them passing by without attaching to them right away. Relax the mouth and the jaw, y'all. Reduce the tension. And slowly back that booty up. Back it up. Drag the hands in with you. And step the left leg out to the left. Draw it straight back. And we're going to cross it over to the right. Keep that right toe tucked. Begin to walk the hands forward towards the top of your mat. And then we're going to drop the heart down towards the earth as we're pressing the booty back simultaneously to get into that outer right hip. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath, y'all. One more round of breath, friends. Inhale, lift the heart up. Walk the hands in and then just glide your left knee back. On the inside of the right, you're back in tabletop. Now in tabletop, we're going to tuck the toes underneath the feet. Walk the hands in. Pluck the knees up. Your heels are going to come to kiss. Bring your block closer if you're feeling a little unbalanced. And the knees are going to come out to the left and the right. Now see if this feels okay in the knees. Some of us might be a little tighter in the knees, so we might be a little bit more lifted. If that's the case, you can bring a block underneath you. Some of us might be here, and that's okay as well. And we won't be here too long. Go ahead and open the knees out wide so we can really start to get into the inner thighs. We just want to check in with the hips. You might notice a little bit more space there. And then we're just going to drop the heels, press the booty up, and we're just going to find a forward fold at the back of our mat. My block is already here on the highest setting, so I'm bringing the earth to me. I'm going to place my hands on my block, and I want you to open your feet wide. So draw the feet nice and wide, mat with distance. And then you can just slink left and right. Notice any space that you created in the hamstrings in that movement we just did, and relax the head and neck down here and just kind of hang out for a few moments. You might invite the hands closer to the earth and lengthen out the knees slowly, but not locking them completely. And just feel that stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. And then I want you to notice if you're drawing your booty back. What's going to help optimize the stretch is if the booty is forward, stacked right over the heels. That's going to really help focus on stretching the center of the muscles here in the hamstring. So just draw your booty forward. Draw yourself forward. Notice how that changes the stretch. We're going to start to slowly add a malasana squat, which is going to help get into the hips and also focus on ankle mobility. Now, some of us are going to use our block. So you're going to drag your block through your legs straight back. So when you come to the malasana here, you can actually come to sit. So we're going to move through this variation, right? Some of us are going to keep our block forward. Find what feels good for you. I'm going to move my block to the side. Take a deep inhale here, y'all. Exhale. Bend the knees, come to sit. Malasana, hands come forward. Exhale. Booty comes high, lower the hands. Now, the more range of motion you have in your ankles, the more you're able to draw your toes forward. The more limited range of motion that some of us might have, like me, like I do, you're going to draw your toes out to the right. And to create more mobility, you might slowly start to track those toes forward. Take a deep inhale here. That might mean you need to widen your stance. That's okay. Sink the hips. Keep the heart lifted, just like we did. Exhale. Hips come high. Forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, malasana squat. Bend the knees. Hands come forward. Hold. Hips come high. Fold. 2 more. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, hands come forward, hips lower. Exhale, hips come high, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, malasana squat, sink those hips, hands come forward, hold. Exhale, hands come down and fold. And slowly from here, walk your hands forward, walk your feet forward so you're in the center of your mat. You might take your block with you. We're going to find that again, but this time we're going to come to sink the booty down. So open your feet nice and wide, mat with distance. Bend the knees, malasana squat, sink, 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 sink. Hands come to heart center, elbows on the inside of the inner thighs. You might come to sit on a block if that feels safe. Find what feels good for you, y'all. We're holding here a few rounds of breath. I'm feeling into my hips too, really deeply. Stay lifted in the heart. Eye gaze comes forward. We're going to start to slowly try to drop the booty back as slightly as we can. Focus on hip mobility. Ooh. And slowly come onto the booty. If you fell back, that's all good. You notice I just did too. Let's slink the booty forward. Palms come forward. Flip the palms up towards the heavens, giving and receiving notion. Bend the knees. Let's go back vertebra by vertebra. Going back. Go ahead and bend the knees and hug the knees into the body. Rock left and right on the low back. And then drop your knees, or your feet rather, onto the mat. And I want you to open your feet mat width distance. So your knees and your feet are really wide. Hands can come on the low belly or on right underneath the chest. And then just windshield wiper the knees to the right. Try to get the knees splat on the earth. You're going to feel that stretch on the front of your left hip. Then inhale. Your left hand is going to rainbow up and over the head. Feel that stretch from the tip of your left pinky finger all the way to that left knee. Hold. Exhale, lower the left hand. Windshield wiper the opposite side to the left. Working on drawing that right knee closer to the earth. Inhale, rainbow the right hand up and over. Feel that stretch on the front of the right hip. Exhale, rainbow it down and slink it to the right. You're going to just do this at your own pace. Left hand comes up. Exhale, switch sides. Right hand comes up. Once more each side. Switch it. Just checking our time, y'all, and switch it. Inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees in. You might clasp the front of the knees or behind the knees, y'all. Find what feels good. And we're going to find one final deep hip opening coming into happy baby. Now, some of us are going to keep grabbing behind the knees, open the legs wide, hang out here. Some of us are going to grab the shins, hang out here, or the ankles. Or some of us are going to grab the insides or outsides of the feet, beginning to invite the bottoms of the feet up to the heavens. And we're holding here for a few rounds of breath. Sinking in and breathing into them hips. Continue to hold here, friends. Relax the mouth and the jaw. You might rock left and right if that feels yummy for you. You might hold steady. Option to lengthen out maybe that right leg, getting into the hamstrings if that feels good. Bend the knee. Opposite side, lengthening out the left. Holding here. Bend the knee, come back to happy baby, hold. Exhale, slowly release, and then inhale, extend everything up to the heavens. Hang out and hold. Slight bend in the knees. Back sides of the shoulders relaxed into the earth. Take a deep inhale in through the nostrils, fam. Expand the belly with breath. Exhale out of the nose. Slowly invite the knees, the feet and the hands to the earth. Final resting posture, Shavasana. Resting here with the knees bent, or option to extend your legs long. If that feels good on your low back, it might feel like a nice respite here. Option to place the hands on the womb or alongside you. Find what feels grounding. Option to close the eyes or keep the eyes open if that feels safe. Resting here, a few rounds of breath, y'all. We are over time, y'all. So if you want to stay in Shavasana longer, you can stay here on your back longer, please. I invite you to do so. There's no rush. But just to make sure we're on time, I'm not keeping y'all over. I'm going to slowly roll to my left or the right side. You can join me in coming up to a seated position if you'd like, or you can rest in Shavasana. I invite you to close your practice, y'all, with whatever hand mudra feels intuitive to you and showcases gratitude for our practice this evening. Traditionally, palms are drawn together at a heart center, a little space in between the palms, thumbs pressing together. Anjali mudra means to seal. Take an inhale in through the nostrils, y'all. Exhale out of the mouth, HA. We'll each repeat one time. I've done my best. I leave the rest. Namaste, fam. Namaste, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that yin flow. The live streams are free and available afterwards. So this live stream will live not only on EA as a free offer, but it will also live on the Yoga by Biala YouTube channel under our live streams playlist. So you can return back to this again and again. I encourage y'all and really invite you and appreciate you inviting your friends to our weekly Thursday live stream practice. Also, if you're not part of our newsletter, head to eawell.com to join our newsletter as well. We don't spam y'all. We just give you all the tidbits about continuing to edify you through your yoga practice. Lastly, once again, use that link that I put in the chat box to join our early access for the Trap Flow Body Love Challenge. It will premiere on Monday, but if you're part of the early access group, you'll get a special link to join before everyone else on Sunday. So make sure you hit that link and grab early access, y'all. I'll see you next week at our new space next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are still accepting applications for the Kin 200-hour yoga teacher training. If you're feeling called to be a yoga teacher in 2022, definitely head to eawell.com, click on teacher training to apply for our 200-hour yoga teacher training program, y'all. Continue to embody non-performative yoga and living, especially as we move into this new year. And I'll see y'all very soon. Drink all your water because we got into them hips. That water is going to help you. I know it feels good for me right now, y'all. I feel a lot less stiff. I'll see y'all real soon. Let me check in with the comments. Yay! Good to see you, Kara. Kara Marie, always a pleasure to see you, Natasha. Oh, I know. I'm so excited for you to experience the trap flow. Yes, I'm glad you signed up. Oh, I really appreciate that. Non-performative living, absolutely, girl. I'm learning it too, making it accessible, not only for y'all, but for myself as well, y'all. It's a community thing. Girl, Natasha, I felt so many things in them hips, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm signing out. Have a good night. I'll see y'all soon.